La 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 la. Oh, we need to get rid of that, don't we? La 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 la. There we go. Welcome to welcome to the live stream. Now, I'm quite surprised. We got nobody at 12:30, so we did actually call it off, and then my friend Roy is probably the only one watching. Came along. Thank you for commenting. Yeah, I think 15-0 for Mansfield. Yeah, possibly in fact, probably the of the two things that you said, Roy. Probably the 15-0 to Mansfield is probably the more correct. Wednesday winning the no, absolutely Wednesday winning the championship. Oh, what are you on? Though, I'm sure Wednesday winning the championship. Oh dear, I love the smiley faces as well. I think the Wednesday winning the championship one is just a cracker, isn't it? So we've just been watching. We've watched the Cardiff Peterborough game. Cardiff were just way too good for Peterborough, I'm afraid. I am actually we're gonna go through the games. It's Blackpool versus Stevenage. So Blackpool are at home to Stevenage. That's going to be an interesting game. I think Stevenage are the sort of team that we're expecting to be near the bottom. But don't rule them out. I think it's going to be a really flat year. I think this year, and I think that's going to be one of the games that certainly could cause a little bit of an upset. Blackpool have done some really good work over the closed season, and I think that they will be certainly a side to be tough to beat. Just put it that way. Then we have Bradford at home to Wycombe Wanderers, and Wycombe lost out on that. The Arsenal guy that got let out, and I would say I'd love to have him. He scores at least, like he can score about one a game in this division, and he can also provide one a game. I'm glad he didn't go to Wycombe. He's gone to Luton though, so that's going to be very a bit of a loss. I think I would certainly have loved Rotherham's game, but of course it is way out of our wage bracket. Bradford versus Wycombe, so that's going to be difficult. Can't stay. Sorry. Oh, isn't it? Fancy leaving. If needed, I can give live updates from Mansfield Ungers. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If you can, somehow get onto the either get onto my live and give me an update, or you can have the email address. It's you can have the email address. It's jpckings@yahoo.co.uk. I don't think I'm put it in there, but yeah, if I'll give you me email address, so you can if you want to, you can sort of email it me, and I can keep the email up. I can watch that as it comes through. So that's going to be an interesting one. So you've got doing Blackpool, Stevenage, Bradford versus Wycombe. Bradford have made some good signings. It's going to be a tough one for Wycombe, I think. I think that Wycombe will be the favourites. However, I think that it's going to be not as one-sided as what people think. Next one up is it's the Mansfield game. Wow, it's it's going to be Burton 0, Mansfield 15. Yeah, so um, we do expect Mansfield to romp through this, don't we? I mean, Burton have done a little bit of work in the summer period, not a great deal. Don't think that they're really. I don't think they've made enough of a change, considering the changes of the teams around them. And I think, people would probably look at me and say, you don't know what you're on about. They've made some really good signings. Yeah, they have. But the ones around them, I think, have made a pretty good set of signings as well. I think I can't see Mansfield having too much of a trouble. I think it's going to be a slender one. I think it's going to be sort of like 1-0, 2-1. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 1-0, to be quite honest, to Mansfield. I think it's going to be a late one, probably about 85 minutes, and just sneak one in at the end. But I'm sure, Roy, you'll accept a 1-0 win at the last minute. Then we have Doncaster versus Exeter. So Doncaster versus Exeter is one of those games where Doncaster have done a fairly good. They've had a fairly good summer, I must admit. I think that actually they've done some pretty good acquisitions against an Exeter side that have also made some changes. Have they made enough for me to be out of that bottom section? Have they made enough for me to look at it and think, yes, I can see a side that's going to be mid-table? No. They sort of came out of that bottom end really well. Be a pleasure. Thank you very much. Wins for Cardiff and Luton. I know. I think it's not going to be easy, is it, Roy? I think that I think Cardiff was certainly the better of the two sides. Yeah, Cardiff and Luton. Luton played pretty average and were lucky to get a win. Really were lucky, really late on. And Wimbledon really had a bloody good defence, I must admit. It was a bit iffy at times, but on the whole, Luton deserved to win, but only just. Cardiff were just miles better than Peterborough. They should have got a red card. That should have been a second yellow. And they should have been down to 10 men. 10 people on the pitch. But we obviously didn't get it, so never mind. We've never beaten Burton in 5 years. Lol. Oh God. Oh dear. Well, I'm going to say it's going to be anyway. So that's going to be my guess. The interesting one, aside that, I think is definitely the Doncaster Exeter. I think Doncaster Exeter will be quite tough. I think Doncaster might just win this one. And I'm only, again, 1-0 home win, just very, very slightly. I can't see too much of a difference in those two sides, to be quite honest. Huddersfield, Doncaster have had a better season, close season. That's the only reason why I'm going for that. Huddersfield Orient is, I think, going to be one-sided, to be quite honest. Huddersfield have massively sold out. They really have made some brilliant signings. And I think that's going to be a side to be probably scared of, to be quite honest. That side and Luton's side, to me, are going to be the two sides that everybody's going to be trying to beat. So Huddersfield made great signings. Orient, they've lost quite a lot. I think they lost 15 of their players during the summer. They have kept a few, but they've lost 15. They've replaced them with okay signings. I think that Huddersfield should win this one easy. I think it could be as much as 4-0. Lincoln City versus Reading next, and Reading. I want to talk about Reading because Reading had a poor off-field activity last year, didn't they? Finally got the club sold. But the on-field was brilliant. They didn't get affected by the off-field antics. And actually, I was quite surprised and quite pleasantly surprised at that. I think that Reading now have a sort of a path forward, and for the first time, the fans can see something happening. I think it's going to be a really tough game though. Lincoln at home, they have still got some good players. Yes, they have got some. I don't think they were really brilliant in the close season. Reading, I think, were to me are slightly ahead on class in the close season. I would probably be squeezing a 1-1 draw here. So Lincoln Reading is going to be quite difficult. Plymouth versus Barnsley next, and I've had loads of people from Plymouth. I've had to ban two. I've had two different types of people. People saying I should stop doing it because Plymouth are going to sail the league, and they've made brilliant signings, and I don't know what I'm talking about. And I've heard a lot of people say Plymouth have let go all their best players because they just can't keep paying them in League One what they were paying in the Championship, which is fair enough. But then they're saying that they haven't got the class back in to sort of make up a good League One team. So some of them are thinking mid-table, some of them are thinking top six, and certain ones, the ones I've blocked on this site, of saying they're going to be first in League One. It's going to be hard. I think Barnsley, look, they have got a good side. They could do well. It's a case of will they. This is either going to be, I think it's going to be 2-0, and I can't tell you which way round it's going to be. Plymouth, if they turn out, and Barnsley do their usual losing it in the first few minutes or last few minutes, they're probably going to be either straight into a 2-0 lead and keep it, or they're going to be 0-0 all the way through to the end and win 2-0. Or Barnsley will hold on past that dreaded first few minutes, and they won't let in the dreaded last few minutes, and they'll score sometime in that sort of middle 70 minutes in the middle. So it's going to be interesting, that one. Huddersfield, Stockport and Blackpool for promotion. Huddersfield, yes. Stockport are a dark horse, aren't they? I think for me that's probably my dark horse of this season, because so many other teams are spending money. Stockport aren't really, but what they have spent has been really, really well spent. Blackpool, yes, Blackpool has spent, and they have got some really canny signings there. I do like the Blackpool side. Exeter, Northampton, Wimbledon, Port Vale or Peterborough to go down. Exeter, yes, I've just told you. I think Exeter are quite poor. They've not really. They only just improved at the very last 4 or 5 games, didn't they, last season, and managed to just pull away safely in the end. But they've not really improved, and all the teams around them seem to have improved just a little bit more than Exeter for me. Probably agree with that. Northampton and Wimbledon, they have to be in there. Wimbledon, they can't let in Luton in on Friday, and it was just poor attacking from Luton that meant that they weren't 4, 5, 6-0 up. But they kept going down the wing, into the box, missing. Down the wing, into the box, missing. But they went through that Wimbledon defence. So although the Wimbledon defence stayed quite sturdy for most of the game, they did have several moments where other sides will make them pay for it. Wimbledon, yeah, it's not looking good from last night. I think that the score looked closer than what it was because Luton just didn't quite have that finishing power. Port Vale or Peterborough? I can't say Port Vale until we've played them today. Let's see how they go on. I've got a feeling Port Vale are going to be mid-table, to be quite honest. They've made a couple of really good signings, including Cameron Humphries from Rotherham, who can play brilliantly or can play absolutely meh. So let's see how he plays for them. Because most of the season last year, it was meh. Peterborough, we've just seen they were lucky to get that goal and equalise against go in the lead against Cardiff. Should have got a red card, the Cardiff guy, but managed to get away with it. I think Peterborough on that performance, yeah, that's going to be quite tough. Um, Plymouth Barnsley, I think Plymouth Barnsley is going to be one of those 2-0 games either way, I think. My opinion was which may change in the next 5. Yeah, and that's the thing. We need to look at each single game, I think. And once we've got 2 games, I think, of each single team, I'm going to do my initial set in stone first prediction, and it'll be based on what teams they're playing, what formation they seem to be playing, and we'll go on from there. Next game is my team. It's Rotherham, and Rotherham obviously playing Port Vale, and it's this could go either way. This really could go either way. We've not been playing very well. The pre-season has been absolutely dreadful. They don't seem to. They seem to have just carried on with the meh games from last season. I think that Rotherham will win this one. They've had a couple of really good signings in the last few weeks, and I think that they might, if they can just click, I think they can do it. Whether they'll click, it's whether they can click this early on. It may take 2 or 3 games. It may take 3 or 4 games for the Rotherham side to get going. In which case, Port Vale have got a damn good chance of nicking this one. At the minute, it's 9-5 against Rotherham. It's 5-4 against Port Vale. So actually, yeah, slightly. It's slightly minimal in favour of Rotherham, but not an awful lot. 23-10 for a draw. The last game is Wigan versus Northampton. Wigan, of course, are another team that I actually surprisingly was looking at everybody else's predictions, and I thought, it's gonna be interesting. A lot of people were putting them in the top 6, and I had to go along in my predictions with what people are saying. It was a fan-based. I was guided by fan-based opinion. That's what the title was. So everybody who was shooting me down, who got banned from commenting on this site, you've got to look at the title, guys. It was fan-based. I went out and got tons of information about where you lot thought your sides were going to finish, and I put it in that video. Fan-based predictions based for League One, and it put Wigan in the top 6. Not much. I personally look at it. I think that side is good, and they have made some good progress there. Top 6 progress, I'm not particularly keen on that. But if everybody else out there thinks that they're gonna be in top 6, I'm gonna edge towards that one. So my Barnsley, my wild card, they're either going to hit it or they're going to play exactly the same as last year, be mid-table. I don't know which one. I don't know until we see them today. Which one comes out on the pitch? Let's see. 2-0 to Rotherham. Yeah, I think it's going to be quite tough, that one. I think we'll edge it. I think a 2-1 is probably that boring 2-1 score. I don't hate doing that one, but probably. Don't look at them. Everyone putting us in the bottom 4. I know. Yeah, and we've been put in the bottom 4, and Mansfield have been put in the bottom 4, and I've been looking at it and thinking, I've got to look at the opinion. I did say I was going to look at the opinion and take everybody else's views into account. And I'm there thinking, well, Rotherham have been put down in the bottom 4. So what do we say? Do we say that Rotherham are going to be at the bottom? Well, yeah, possibly, but I can't see it. So yeah, and I've been laughing at the Mansfield ones. A lot more Mansfield ones saying Mansfield at the bottom, and I look at it and I think I'm not quite in on that one. I think that might be a little bit of an iffy a sticky wicket. I think there's a lot more worse. Certainly, there's a lot more worse. Wigan are 10 to 11. They're odds on to win here, with a Northampton Town 13 to 5 against. You can see why Wigan are the favourites, because they're the fans' favourite. If you look on the internet, they're the side that everybody is looking at and thinking, wow, they've done some good. They might be able to just keep up with Huddersfield for a while. And I think that's the best they can possibly do. Can they keep up with Huddersfield for a while? I think they can. I think that they probably will keep up for a while. Thank you very much. But I think that they'll probably sort of edge away as we go on. So just pulling one or two of the people who have subscribed recently. Jamie Brown subscribed as well. We've had a few subscriptions, so please do subscribe as you watch along. We're gonna be going in soon, so let's just have a quick look at what we can. We've just got the final result from Cardiff. Cardiff 2, Peterborough 1. Cardiff were miles better in that game all the way through. Peterborough, when Peterborough scored the penalty, it was 5 shots for Cardiff City, none on target, and it was Peterborough 1 shot, 1 on target, 1 in the net. And Cardiff should have had a player sent off for that second yellow. Have a look at it, see what you think. I think that should have been a second yellow. It's he got the ball, but he got the person well as well. And if you get the person, he should have got a yellow card, but never mind. Runaway leaders this year, I think it's going to... Well, I don't think we're going to have any one runaway leader, Roy. I think it's going to be between Luton Town and Huddersfield. But based on Cardiff's performance today, you can't rule them out keeping up with them. I think Cardiff will keep up with the leading two, but I think they'll edge away at Christmas, because that wasn't a great performance by them today. It was a good performance. They were a lot better than Peterborough. But a table-topping League One side, no. A top 6 League One side, yes. But I don't see the table-topping edge to that one. We got Blackpool Stevenage. I think we're just about... We'll do the Blackpool Stevenage one while we're here. Because we're going to go and try and find a game to look at. Do like to follow a game occasionally. See whether we can find one. Going for the lineups. So we have Blackpool with Peacock Farrell in goal, Horsfall, Icky and Casey at the back. We have straight 5 across midfield. Lyons, Honeyman, Evans, Brown and Coulson, and Fletcher and Ennis up front. And for Stevenage, we have Marshall in goal. We have a back 4 of Butler, Good, Pergini, again, James Waldin, and in midfield, staggered mid of Roberts, Campbell, Horton, White and Kemp, with Jamie Reid up front. So that's Stevenage are trying to play that ability to sort of push forward and back. Thank you very much for joining, Roy. See you later. We're gonna we're almost on, so we'll choose one more. We'll go to Roy's side, shall we? We'll go to Mansfield. If we can get out of that, it will. So Burton, Mansfield. We have, so it has been confirmed now, so we can have a look at the Burton side. We're not getting anything from the Mansfield side. We'll wait for that. Burton is Messiah, Goodwin, Malif, Civic, Moon, Lofthouse, Chalk, Webster, Armour, Tavares, Beasley and McKiernan. Mansfield Town is Roberts, Hewitt, Sweeney, Cargill, Noel, McDonnell, Reed, Henry, McAdam, Evans and Oates. So it's all go there. They don't seem to know how on earth Mansfield. We've got the Mansfield on top, but they're not actually putting it out as to. They can't work it. The live score can't work out where the players are. So good. Have an enjoyable work, Roy. We're actually with Blackpool. Blackpool are. Stevenage are on the attack first here at Blackpool down the left-hand side. Stevenage now crossing it in. If anybody does support one team, we will be, as the Rotherham match now starts versus Port Vale, we will be going in and out different ones. If you tell me what your side, who your side is, we can edge towards looking at your team. So League One, League Two, whatever you are, do keep up with it. We will tell you the scores. At the minute, we're with Blackpool. Stevenage cross it in, but Evans and passes it to Honeyman for Blackpool, and Blackpool try and push it down the left. Honeyman grabs it though for Stevenage. Honeyman grabs it back again for Blackpool, gives it to Coulson. Evans tries pushing it down. Stevenage grab it in midfield, push it forward. Icky gets it in defence for Blackpool. It's a little bit tentative, this game. This game's a little bit forward and back, and we will come back to it. At the minute, again, Blackpool, long ball into the far corner. Stevenage, long ball back again. I think we're going to have to slow down with those long balls. Those long balls aren't really looking like they're succeeding at the minute for either team. Enjoy yourself. Spread the word, everyone. Absolutely, everybody. If you're in here watching, look, we lost 3 as soon as Roy went. I'm sure Roy didn't have 3 accounts on. So that's that. What we're expecting from League Two: Accrington, Stanley versus Gillingham. Accrington there would possibly be good, but Gillingham, but they keep changing manager. How many times did they change last year? 4. I think that my preference there would be probably Accrington, just about a draw, or Accrington. Barnet versus Fleetwood again. I think that's going to be quite tough. I think Fleetwood have enough in there, but all their best players got stolen, and I'm not quite sure they've replaced them. Barnet for me may be the home winner again. And what we got here: Bristol Rovers versus Harrogate Town. Oh, apparently there was a close call there at Bristol Rovers. Bristol versus Harrogate, and Harrogate have had a good pre-season. Besides the loss to Rotherham, they actually have been playing really well and getting some good scores against some good teams. So Harrogate, Bristol Rovers, I might just edge Harrogate because they've been gelling really well close season. Cambridge versus Cheltenham, again, not too sure about that. Chesterfield, Barrow, both of these teams I like, both of them. I think Chesterfield for me have done a good job in close season. Chesterfield probably edging it. The odds are doing the same. 4-5 for Chesterfield, 7-2 for Barrow. I'd probably be going with that. Colchester versus Tranmere, with not too much difference between them, and I think this probably is either going to be a 1-1 or a 0-0. I think it's going to be hard because both teams are really good, solid upper half teams for me. Grimsby versus Crawley, and of course we're talking teams coming out of the conference into League Two at various points in time, on and off. I think that this is, again, it has to be a home win. Grimsby have been looking good. They've been saying the right things. They've been trying to push their club forward, and we got something going on at Newport as we get down to there in a minute. Milton Keynes versus Oldham. Again, that's probably a home win. Milton Keynes have really been putting the cash out, and they spent an awful lot. In fact, I think they're probably one of the two top two spenders in League Two. Newport versus Notts County. We have to go there because something is not telling me what's happened. The odds have been wiped off. That's strange. So Newport versus Notts County. Again, this one's a good game. I actually think Notts County will do well this season. But I think Newport County can do as well. That's going to be a hard one for me. If we go down on the other system, because obviously we do have two systems going, it's 3-1 against Newport County and 5-2 against Notts County. So the odds are even saying the same thing. The odds are certainly slightly towards Newport County. I'll probably go against that and go for a Notts County win. Salford City versus Crewe, and it's heavily Salford City. Listening to the manager on Talk Sport yesterday, actually, and he talked a good talk. I think we may have to go for Salford City there, as somebody comes close there at Salford. We need to go for the goals, don't we? Shrewsbury versus Bromley. Again, this is one of those that just about scrapes Shrewsbury Town, and I think Shrewsbury Town will probably edge it. We played Bromley, beat them in pre-season, and they actually played quite well. So quite impressed by the way they played Rotherham. I think that Bromley may have a chance here. However, I'm going to stick with Shrewsbury Town. Lastly, in that league, we have Walsall versus Swindon. And it's basically evens for Walsall, just over 2-1 for Swindon. And we have to think about Walsall. I think Swindon are sort of trying to develop a team here, aren't they? So let's see whether we've got any goals. None in League 2. We have one in League 1. That's the game we came from. It's Blackpool 1, Stevenage 0. Let's put the first goal in here for the teams that we've for the 3 o'clock games, and let me. So Blackpool 1, Stevenage 0. We've also got a goal at Bradford. So Bradford are straight on. And what did I say? Bradford are one of those teams that people are thinking they've done some good work. It's Bradford 1, Wickham 0. And we've got a goal. What I said that it was going to be 4-0 here. We've got a goal at Huddersfield. I think they may be looking at it because they came back with a Huddersfield 1, Leyton Orient 0, and then it's been accepted 1-0. They were looking at that for a second. It's Huddersfield 1, Leyton Orient 0. We'll transfer that for you to have a look at those. So Bradford have gone into the lead, Huddersfield have gone into the lead, and Blackpool have gone into the lead. They're the first 3 goals. We have League 2. We have Salford City 0, Crewe Alexander 1. We have Walsall 1, Swindon 0. So the Salford City one's gone against what we said. Salford City, in fact, at home, are now losing against Crewe Alexander. And that's against what I thought, against what the bookies were thinking, and they're ahead. We also had Walsall versus Swindon. I said, I think Walsall should be winning that one. They are winning it. They're now 2-1 on to win that. So that's that one. Is my. Stupid bloody computer. Sorry about this. It decided it wanted to log out. Right, that's Bet365's just gone screwed. So where we have that's the goals in League 2 as the Bet365 system goes down, and live score has just done the same. Thank you very much. It's 2-1, 1-0 to Stephen to Blackpool. Let's have a look at Bradford 1-0 up, Huddersfield 1-0 up. Let's go into the Bradford game then, and we'll have a look at that. Really annoying. Wickham are in there as well. Bradford City versus Wickham. 1-0 to Bradford. Let's have a look at the hosts are quickly off the mark with Sarcevic heading past Van Sars. He had a great shot denied earlier, just moments earlier, but it's come back out to him and it's gone straight to Sarcevic to put into the net. So that's how they've gone into the lead. Did we expect that? Probably. So I'm trying to get the other system back up, but it seems to have totally fallen down. Go back into it. So that's that. Let's have a look at if there's anything else. Huddersfield still 1-0 up. Bradford still 1-0 up. We'll try and go. Yeah, we've finally got into there. Blackpool now. Coulson down the left-hand side and he's going into the left-hand corner. Can he do anything with it? He gets tackled in there. Is it? No, we didn't quite take it out. I thought Good had taken it out for Stevenage, but he hasn't, and he manages to keep it in and pass it back across the back lines for Stevenage. Blackpool are certainly high pressing here. Stevenage doing a lot of their play in that back third. So if you wanted to find out which one, how your team's going on, Stevenage clear it only as far as halfway line. Honeyman now can take it for Blackpool. Kate takes it across the halfway line and starts to try and get it into the box, and he's getting close. Blackpool going into the corner. Can he cross it? Can he? Oh, and that was a near goal for Blackpool, and Stevenage kick it out. Stevenage now on the break, counter attack straight after the nearly going 2-0 down. Stevenage run down the right wing for Stevenage with White, and White can try and get across the halfway line. He gets over the halfway line, but he's pulled. I think he's pulled down there, so that's going to be a free kick for Stevenage. Now that's they really didn't do very well there. They managed to just about keep ahead, the head above the ball, I think, and managed to push that out. But Blackpool straight on the attack after that counter attack by Stevenage. They push it down the right wing again. They seem to be enjoying that right wing push there. And it's a goal at Rotherham. And Sam Nombe has scored for Rotherham. It's Rotherham 1, Port Vale 0. And we're sort of looking for Nombe to try and pick up where he left last year and have a bit more confidence. And hopefully that is indeed what he's going to start to do there. So we can put that one on as well. So it's now Rotherham 1, Port Vale 0. And we can show you that one. So yeah, at the minute, it's very much Blackpool in charge of this game. Let's give you some stats for it. It's Blackpool 2 shots, 1 on target. Stevenage 2 shots, 1 on target. However, Blackpool 62% possession, and they're probably attacking 2-1 on the attacking side of things. So a Blackpool attack twice for every Stevenage one. You can sort of see it. The whole figures are very, very similar to that. 1 yellow card so far for Stevenage. Let's come out of that and we'll go down to the next one. Bradford versus Wickham. Um, so Bradford, Sarkiewicz on with a header there on 6 minutes. At the minute, it's 3 shots all on target for Bradford, not one shot for Wycombe Wanderers, and yet Wycombe have 61% of possession. Oh, and it's 2-0. Bradford go in the lead while we're watching it. Bradford go 2-0 up, and now it's Bradford 2, Wycombe 0. What has happened to Wycombe as we watch that one? It's a second goal there for Bradford on 13 minutes. And it's now Bradford 2, Wycombe 0. And that's looking... to all intents and purposes, it's actually quite even. But it's Bradford 2, Wycombe 0. I'm just waiting for confirmation. Yeah, confirmation's come through. Bradford 2, Wycombe 0. I do believe that takes them to the top of the table. Yeah, that does take them to the top of the table. We'll go to the next one then. Burton versus Mansfield. Nothing happening here. Burton 0, Mansfield 0. With the statistics, it's pretty even. 2 shots, 1 on target for Burton. 1 shot on target for Mansfield. It's sort of 50-50 really. Mansfield have actually got 52% possession if you want it exactly. Burton Albion 48. Mansfield are... Let's have a look at the actual game. Burton Albion keeping it in midfield. They can actually keep in the ball quite tightly controlled in that midfield, to be quite honest. And Moon down the middle. But where will he go with it? Because Burton Albion down to the right, down to the left now for Webster, Armour. They're a bit tightly packed. The passing's really tight, really short. Down to Civic and back to Armour. Civic's a good player. Burton Albion's certainly having a fair few good players there. Reed grabs it for Mansfield. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he loses it straight in the middle, and he loses it at a really bad point for Mansfield. Burton Albion gifted it in that just outside the box and crosses it into the near right side of the box. Sorry, and McAdam can try and clear that one well hit upfield for Mansfield. At the minute, Mansfield Mansfield have their breaks, and that's all they're doing. They're breaking at the minute, Mansfield. But Burton Albion, to me, just have the edge on this. And Mansfield may have 56% possession. However, if you look at the game, it just doesn't. McAdam there putting it out for a corner for Burton. Comes in, Roberts grabs it for Mansfield from the corner, and Burton, for me, have started just to turn the screw a little bit as Mansfield kick it to the left wing, welly it into the other half, and it just comes straight back at them again with Beasley and Mansfield kick it out. Beasley gets it back again eventually, tries to come in, cross it into the middle, but Noel from Mansfield kicks it back out again, and Malif kicks it back in. Only if I can't... Oh, come on. We're going to get table tennis football. I'm going to leave it 4 or 5 times backwards and forwards until Burton go down the left hand side, and now they've made a few passes together. Down to the left hand corner across to Civic. Civic now it comes into the box, into the United, comes back, pulls it back. McKinnon's shot, and it's off target. And again, Burton Albion are well on the attack. It's kept in, pulls back. Another shot by Burton Albion. Again, it's cleared. Back to Malif for Burton Albion. And Burton Albion are really pressurising Mansfield's back line now. By coming to the left-hand side, Noel this time manages to kick it back out again, only as far as the halfway line. Doesn't even reach the halfway line. Moon for Burton Albion kicks it. Miskicks it, kicks it out, and it's a Mansfield throw-in. This is, at the minute, looking like a trouncing for Mansfield. It's not looking good at all. Burton Albion, I tell you, they are playing a blinder. Mansfield started well. They absolutely did, but then after that, after the first corner that Mansfield got, that's it. They've just not been in it. Do like and subscribe, and we can carry on these. But, we do need that. We go to Doncaster Exeter next. Now, we were all thinking that Doncaster would be miles ahead by now. Doncaster had a shot off target with Maxwell as we come in. Stats, what are the stats saying? 4 shots, none on target for Doncaster. 1 shot, not on target for Exeter. 62% possession for Doncaster. Home team, 62%. Plenty of shots. They've been in the box 14 times, Doncaster. Exeter just 3. I can see this one being a one-way street. The odds are... Doncaster are now odds-on to win this one. And Exeter are about 4-1 against winning it. So it's looking like a one-way trip on that one. We have got Huddersfield 1, Leyton Orient 0. We've also got a goal at Lincoln City. So as we go down each game, so remember we will be going down each game. If you want me to have a look at your team, then just give me a shout and we'll have a look at it for you. And just make sure we've got the Lincoln City game correct on here, because it's Lincoln City 1 and Reading 0. It's Rotherham 1, Port Vale 0. And it's actually Plymouth. We've got a goal here. Plymouth 0, Barnsley 1. We will be coming down to that one very soon. So hopefully we'll be going through that one. But first of all, let's just go Huddersfield, Leyton Orient. Huddersfield are at the minute probably you'll be quite surprised. It's actually not Huddersfield that are playing the most or the better football. It's actually Leyton Orient. All those people that have been pissing me off by saying you don't know what you're talking about. Actually, Leyton Orient are playing the better football. They're attacking, they're aggressive, they're in the faces of Huddersfield, but it's that in the face that's got them into trouble. When you push forward, you leave yourself open at the back. At the minute, it's Leyton Orient 52% possession. Huddersfield 2 shots, 1 on target, 1 in the net. Leyton Orient 5 shots, none on target, and obviously none in the net. At the minute, 1 corner each, but. And it's a big but. These are 2 sides that are very, very even, apart from the fact that Leyton Orient are actually doing more of the getting in your face, pushing forward. They're sitting more advanced in the field. Huddersfield are just sitting back trying to play it from the back. At the minute, it's working for Huddersfield, but you can't rule Leyton Orient out in this one. What did I tell people? That side is actually quite good. Don't rule them out. And this game in particular does seem to be on a knife's edge. Let's have a look at the actual game. There's an injury to Ruffin for Huddersfield at the minute as we go to the field. Whether we wait or go on, we'll probably have to come back to that one unless it's cleared soon. But yeah, we've got an injury there to Ruffin for Huddersfield. They've got plenty of depth in that squad. I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. Let's go back out then, still on the ground. Lincoln City versus Reading. And we had Lincoln's... Oh, it was an own goal on 20 minutes for Burns. So Reading put the ball in the net and it's Lincoln City who took the lead. Hey, all goals count, don't they? We can't go against that. 4 shots, 1 on target and 1 in the net for Lincoln City. Yeah. I don't know whether that counts as a shot. I was just thinking, does it count as a shot if it's actually not your shot? It's Reading's. 62% possession to Reading. 62%. No shots and no goals. And you think, what are they doing with it? Let's have a look at what they're doing with it, because this is actually quite... Deriqua for Lincoln. Lincoln push it, try and get it into the into attacking area. Reading gather it in defence, push it into a midfield. Lincoln lose it. And then Reading managed to push it into the centre, only for Towler for Lincoln to grab it off them. Not such a it's not a great flowing game by the look of this one, as Lincoln City crack it into the welly over the top of midfield into Reading's defence, lose the ball, gain it back, lose it again, and then gain it back, only for it to be kicked out by Reading. And they have a throw-in. Now, this is a dangerous throw-in. This is on the Lincoln City left. 25 minutes 21 in. And Lincoln City have the chance here to be the second side to go 2-0 up. We're looking at... Sam Nombe. Right, okay. Joe Rafferty gave the assist for the Rotherham goal. Oh, Reading got it and he lost it, and it bounces off the Reading defender, goes into Bradley. Bradley comes across. Bradley still with it. Oh, he has to pass it back. It goes back to Derikwa, and they're going to try all the way back into defence, and they try and push it through the centre again. But Joel Pereira managed to get it for Reading in defence, pushes it nice, steadily to eventually to wing. Lewis gives it back to Strickland, back to wing, back to Strickland, back to Pereira. A little bit of a triangle there between the three of them. And he passes it forward, but Lincoln grab the ball, push it, tap it through the middle. But they are found offside. I think that's a bit cruel, because it was actually Reading. Reading actually gave it away to the guy that then pushed it forward out of... offside, so it was that was a bit cruel, that one. But hey, it was still offside, so it still counts. So at the minute, it's 4 shots to Lincoln, 1 on target, 1 in the net, and like I say, 62% to Reading. Reading are actually on top. Again, that's 2 sides that we've got here who are actually on top. Leyton Orient and Reading, both behind, both well on top in their games. Plymouth versus Barnsley, this is the other one. Plymouth versus Barnsley is one of those games that we look at and we think, that's... I can see this being difficult. I said it was going to be 2-0 either way at the beginning of 3 o'clock, because I could see Barnsley not doing what they would usually do, losing it in the first 5 minutes, losing it in the last 5 minutes. Barnsley actually managed to score, and they scored first. But it was a Wyadu own goal. Now, obviously, Wyadu was going to come to Rotherham, and Plymouth stole him because we took too long negotiating a price, and they offered him more money. Thank you, Plymouth, because he's just scored an own goal for Barnsley, and it's now Plymouth 0, Barnsley 1. So well done, Wyadu. Thank you for not coming to Rotherham. That was a good one to get away with, wasn't it? So that's that one. We can actually play that one, so we can actually. Which one do we want? We want Barnsley, Barnet, Fleetwood, Bradford, Wickham, Doncaster, Exeter, Plymouth, Barnsley, or do we want to see Rotherham versus Port Vale? Which one do you want us to play? I'm going to play mine. If you want another team that's in that list of 5, then please do tell me. So we've got the Barnet game, the Bradford game, the Doncaster game, the Plymouth game, or the Rotherham game. While whoever it is who's on there, if that's one of your teams, then please do say. At the minute, we're going to go with the Rotherham one. If you're one of the other supporters, then please do say, and we'll go to that one.
To attack this one, you think Jules would be the main threat? Ball whipped in this time towards the back post, and the header across the face of goal, and Nombe's there again, and Nombe
2-0! Nombe 2-0 as we go in it. Listen to that. It's actually what a time to go to that game. What a time to go to that game. It's Rotherham United 2. As we listen to it, it's Rotherham United 2, Port Vale 0.
It is. They couldn't clear their lines, could they? I think, again, we saw the keeper coming out and slapping the ball before. When there's no confidence in the keeper, everybody shrinks back, don't they? You think, oh, he's not going to come for it. He's getting marked, but he's
we have a goal at Wigan. It's Wigan 1, Northampton 0. This is one that we expected, isn't it? We did expect that. Wigan playing. A lot of you guys are thinking Wigan are going to be.
Yeah, for me, that's a big mistake.
A lot of you guys have been putting Wigan in the top 6, and I was quite surprised at that. But, you know, they're playing well at the minute. Let's... Oh, Plymouth versus Barnsley. It's a Barnsley goal. It's Plymouth 0, Barnsley 2. So it's going from bad to worse for Barnsley. Second corner of the game for Barnsley. Whip it in, and it's goal number 2. Salford City. We will get. If that's what you want, we will go to Salford City. Absolutely. Just make sure that's all transitioned there. See, this is what it's about. If people want a certain team to be concentrated on, we will go and do that. Absolutely. Was that what?
Ideally, you wanting a goal again, that kind of start.
I'm just trying to see whether we've got any. I can't remember whether they were on that. No, they weren't, were they? So yeah, we can. I was just popping back in, Connor, to see whether they were on the thing. The minute. So we've got in League 2, we've got Barnet 0, Fleetwood 1. We've got Alres 0-0, Colchester 0, Tranmere 1, Grimsby 2, Crawley 0. And I thought that might be a little bit closer than that, but and it's Salford City 1, Crewe Alexander 1, and this is a. We were listening to the manager of Salford on Talk Sport yesterday, and he really did seem to know exactly what he was doing. Oh my word! Crewe have just had Crewe have just had 4 corners in a row. 4 corners. The first goal, I mean, actually,
could be going from bad to a lot worse, because there is a red card for the wing.
Red card for Port Vale. Now, Salford City have actually scored 2. Unfortunately, Harris scored in his own net first on 8 minutes, and then Harris has scored in both nets. So Salford City's Harris has scored in both nets. He scored an own goal on 8 minutes, and then he scored a shot on 16. So it's 1-1 with Harris scoring both goals, Connor. Let's have a look at the actual stats for that. Walsall 1, Swindon 0. We saw. I'm waiting for the Shrewsbury game. Oh dear. Because Shrewsbury Town, it looks like they might have gone ahead, but I'm not quite. We'll wait and come back to that. There's been a red card at the bottom game as well.
Over the top of the ball. Not only that, 2 feet raising.
So at the minute,
don't do that.
Down in Salford City, it's Crewe Alexander with 60% possession. It's Salford City with 40%. It's 2 shots to Salford City, 1 on target, 1 in the net. It's 10 shots to Crewe Alexander, 3 on target, 1 in the net. However, that all looks quite difficult, doesn't it? I think if Connor was looking at as just as stats, he'd be thinking, shit, my team's not doing very well. It's actually a lot even than that. It's more even than that. It looks like Crewe are doing a lot more longer shots that just aren't getting on target. So let's have a look at the game. And we'll see if we're right, because Demetrio for Crewe down the left-hand side, gives a 1-2. Crassio to the right-hand side, March loses it to Harris, but Harris loses it back to March. They cross it in, and Salford kick it out. Lunt for Crewe can now try and regain possession. Goes down the right-hand side for Crewe.
Travel takes ages to get there. Lovely sunny day, pint with your mates.
And a corner. Looks. Oh no, yeah, it isn't. It's kept it in. Crosses it in. Woodburn grabs it for Salford City. Well, is it over the midfield to the far left-hand side, but it goes out, not picked up by any Salford City player. Goes out for a throw-in to Crewe. Long throw-in back over the halfway line, but it's kicked back over the line, but only as far as Lunt. Connor Lunt for Crew can try and play this one through the middle, perhaps.
I'm not even sure he would have got away with that in League Two. Do you know what I mean? But you know, it's
at the minute,
stupid. You know, it's like a Sunday league.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Connor, for subscribing. Top person. Oh, Salford get the ball, and they're from nowhere. You see, this is it. What I'm talking about, Connor. From absolutely nowhere, Salford got the ball straight through the middle, and the back line was so flat from Crew. They got offside. But I tell you what, had they not actually thought of not being quite as level, that would have been a really good goal. Oh, Crew, Billington, the shot on target, brilliantly saved by the Salford City goalkeeper. I think that's a corner for Crew. So very well saved there by Salford.
He's still there, and there's going to be a free kick against the centre back. Agbear put that challenge in, but Dangoru came onto it and he just completely scuffed his strike.
I tell you what, you know, whenever there's the chance to put the ball anywhere,
wait for the corner, I think, for Crew.
Flag it up in the air. I don't know.
They're certainly waiting the time. It's almost. Crew are just taking so much time to do this. Cross it in. Oh, Connolly gets it right in the middle of the box and cracks one off target. And from where he was, if that had gone in, it cracks it off target, gets kicked out by Salford City defender, I think, and he goes out for a throw in to Crew. Quite near the box on their left-hand side, into Sanders, Hutchinson, Sanders, cross it. Oh, Edwards nicks that one in the perfect moment, and Edwards can try and push this one forward. Oh, and he gets clattered into by a Crew player, and it's going to be a yellow card for Crew. At the minute, this one is really even, and I know Connie, you're thinking, shit, that's not even. That's actually one-sided Crew-wise. I know the figures look really shit, but the gameplay is actually a lot less. Blackpool 1, Stevenage 1. So we are getting some goals here. Let's just make sure we're covering all of these. So it's Blackpool 1, Stevenage 1, with Stevenage equalising there. It's Bradford 2, Wickham 0. So Bradford have scored a second, as we know, because we were in there when that one came, weren't we? It's Burton 1, Mansfield 0. We did say that Burton were indeed on top and looking like they were flattening Mansfield, and they have indeed gone ahead. It's Doncaster 0, Exeter 0. It's Huddersfield 1, Leyton Orient 0. It's Lincoln City.
Going back to the keeper thing, you know, I do think they set a tone.
And my Lincoln City on there. Lincoln City 1. Reading 0, Plymouth 0, Barnsley 2. Yeah, we did see that. I didn't put that on the scores. It's Rotherham 2, Port Vale 0. That's what we're playing here. And at the bottom of that, we've got Wigan 0 and Wigan. Hang on, that disallowed. The Wigan goal has been disallowed, guys. The Wigan goal has been disallowed. So, doesn't look too good there. Let's just go to that one. Walsall have had a red card. They're 1-0 up against Swindon, but it's 10-man Walsall 1, Swindon 0. Looking at Milton Keynes, there's something's happened at Milton Keynes. It's Milton Keynes 0, Oldham 0 at the minute. Barnet 0, Fleetwood 1. It is Wigan 1, Northampton 0. So this one doesn't seem to be Wigan 1, Northampton 0. Certainly is Wigan 1. So we'll two different systems are giving me a different score. So 10-man Port Vale, Rotherham 2, 10-man Port Vale 0. We can go into League 2 now. Accrington 0, Gillingham 0, Barnet 0, Fleetwood 1. I'll quickly have a look at that one. Barnet, shot there by Barnet. Barnet 0. Barnet 0, Fleetwood 1 as Rotherham are attacking again. Barnet pull it in, trying to go down the left-hand side.
I'm really impressed by Cameron Humphreys there.
Barnet are actually pushing now down a little bit more.
Make an angle, but he doesn't. So he jogs over.
It's 8 shots to Barnet, 3 on target, none in the net. But it's 3 shots for Fleetwood, 2 on target, 1 in the net. So unfortunately,
he didn't sell himself.
Fleetwood are converting their chances. So Fleetwood at the minute, with only 36% possession, 1-0 up. And as you look at it, Barnet are indeed keeping the ball, but they're keeping the ball in their own half. Galvin goes across the halfway line for Barnet, gives it to Glover, crosses it in, but Lynch grabs that one immediately for Fleetwood Town. Doesn't seem to be a lot of panic in the back of that Fleetwood side, and the back line seems to be quite rigid. Midfield isn't as good for Fleetwood. They lose it straight away to Barnet, who runs straight in, cross it into the box, and Fleetwood manage the back line do another good job, kick it straight back out. So at the minute, Fleetwood trying to turn this possession into actual attack. Accrington 0, Gillingham 0, Barnet 0, Fleetwood 1, Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate 0. And I thought this might be a sneaky Harrogate win, but at the minute it's looking like a Bristol Rovers win. Bristol Rovers sort of running this game quite well. It's 64% possession to 64% possession to Bristol Rovers.
Maybe feel comfortable in this game. 42 minutes on the clock, still 2-0 to Rotherham, thanks to 2 very different goals from Sam Nombe, but real strikers, instinct finishers, and the red card.
Cambridge 0, Cheltenham 0,
Port Vale, so
and Barrow 0-0 away at Chesterfield. Colchester 0, Tranmere 1.
Northampton, Huddersfield still 1-0 up. There's been a lot being made about the signings they've made.
So we're still Fraser Murray scored for Wigan, if anybody's interested, on 29 minutes. Grimsby 2, Crawley 0. Oh, and Crew have scored. It's Salford 0, Salford 1, Crew 2. Did say they were just pushing, but I thought that was a little bit more even than that, and Salford have gone 2-1 down. 43 minutes 44 seconds there, and Salford City have just gone behind. 10-man Walsall 1, Swindon Town 0, Shrewsbury 0, Bromley 0. Let's just have a look at that, because that is a recent goal. Look at the timeline. In fact, it only happened 3 minutes ago. We haven't even got the scorer from it.
It tends to be one of them goes back, maybe it's 2 go forward and all 1 wide. But a lot of the time they empty midfield out, and you mentioned.
So the thing is there that Salford got a free kick, and they lost it from the free kick.
And all that kind of thing.
And
not done it that well, though, have
they lost it from the free kick, and immediately Crew have taken the ball and scored from it. If you get a free kick, you can't be losing it and gifting them a goal, and that's what Salford City have done there. They've gifted Crew a second goal, and it's Salford 1, Crew 2. So what time we're going to be having a break soon. It's 44 minutes. Most of these are coming to an end. I'm gonna quickly put this on a different charger at half time, so we can have a look. Keep up with the two forms of input. We're going to be going through the second half, mainly because I think that it's important to keep everybody up to date. Let's just make sure we've got everything in there. We haven't. We've got the Burton. Hang on, I've not transferred it for you. I'll transition it. There we are. So we have Burton 1, Mansfield 0. We have Doncaster 0, Exeter 0. Huddersfield 1-0 up at home to Orient, but Orient are actually still well in this game. They're not out of it. They're still fighting really, really well there. And as per the Lincoln game, Lincoln won, Reading 0, but Lincoln are by no means out of this one. They're by no means in it. Reading are not out of it. Put me Tom back in. Reading are 1-0 down away at Lincoln, but actually they're playing some really good football, and they do look like they could quite easily get back into this one. Mansfield on the other side away at Burn, they're not looking at the minute like they can. They're going to get back into it. Plymouth 0. Barnsley 2. That's the other interesting game there. We did think that Plymouth would put up a bit of a fight here. I said 2-0 at full time, and I didn't know which way. It's already 2-0, and it's going to be half time. 45 minutes and 56 seconds there, and it's Rotherham 2, Port Vale 0. 10-man Port Vale 0. That's really not looking like. Hang on. There's been a goal at Wigan. There's been a second goal at Wigan. So it's the next game we were going to go to was the Wigan one. There's just been a goal at Wigan. It's Jensen Weir scored on 43 minutes. And look who it is who's given him it, who gave him the ball. It's Hungbo. It's Hungbo that gave him the ball. You see, these are the signings. These are the people who they've got who I think could make. In fact, Hungbo has got both assists. Both assists have gone to Hungbo. Hungbo for Wigan. I tell you, this could be the difference between what people are saying out there, saying Wigan are going to be top 6, and all the other non-Wigan supporters saying don't be so stupid. At the minute, I tell you what, he's actually playing some really good football, and let's just change that one while we're rabbiting away. It's Wigan 2, Northampton 0. Make sure you transfer that across for you all. It's that's as we go into half time there. So it's now let's go quickly through these. These are all going to be half time. Probably half time. Accrington 0, Gillingham 0. Half time. Barnet 0, Fleetwood 1. 47 minutes and still playing. Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate 0. Half time at Cambridge 0-0. Half time at Chesterfield, and it's Chesterfield 1, Barrow 0. Chesterfield nicking that lead really late on there against Barrow. And have we got? We must have hit the post there at Bristol Rovers, and Bristol Rovers are really pushing for a really late winner here, late lead here at half time, but they didn't quite get it over the line. Colchester half time, Colchester 0, Tranmere 1. 49 minutes and counting at Grimsby 2, Crawley 0. Milton Keynes half time, Milton Keynes 0-0 with Oldham. Newport and Notts County are not playing. So where's that one then? Why is that? Is that a different time? Let's have a look at that. I thought that they were all. No. So something's happened at Newport. If you know what's happened, if you know what's happened at Newport, if you can comment, that'd be brilliant, because that game has not started. So the Newport Notts County game hasn't started. It should have started at 3 o'clock. But on here, there's no... We've got confirmed lineups. No... Nothing at all on there whatsoever. Now I've got no message. No, hang on. Blackpool, no. No, there's nothing on there whatsoever. So I don't know what that one's. What's going on there? Oh, even worse. Salford City 1, Crew 3, and that's half time. So Crew well on top now. Let's have a quick. And we'll come to that back to that in a minute. Shrewsbury Town 0, Bromley 0. That's 50 minutes and counting. 10-man Walsall still 1-0 up with at half time against Swindon. I want to have a look at the Salford game. Like, that's weird because it was. I know it looked one-sided to Crewe, but in the actual bigger picture, it actually didn't look so much of a one-sided event. Thomas has a shot for the fourth goal. Who's got the third goal for Crewe? Thomas got the second shot, the Crewe's second goal. He also got the third goal for Crewe. Look at the stats on that. 4 shots. It's Salford's defence. Salford City, 4 shots, 1 on target, 1 in the net. That in itself is a really good omen. Really good. However, Crewe Alexander, 61% possession. However, it's okay if your defence is good. 16 shots for Crewe Alexander. 7 of them on target, 3 in the net. And the corners, 5 corners to Salford, 6 to Crewe. There's not a great difference. Like, the only difference is that the Salford defence just seems to be non-existent when the ball comes through. 2 yellow cards for Salford City, 1 for Crewe Alexander. Look at the timeline. It just seems to be getting more and more hectic. Who's got the yellow cards? Grant's got a yellow card for Salford City. Edwards for Salford City. And Connolly for Crewe Alexander. That might shut him up in the second half. But that's not looking great. Draw there is 15-2, so I've got 7.5 to 1. Crewe are now 8 to 1 on to win that game. Salford City, 20 to 1 to win it. Salford City manager was really upbeat as well the other day. Was it yesterday, the day before on Talk Sport? So we're just gonna take a break, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes time. So we'll put that in there, and we'll see you in 5 minutes. So there we are. We've actually got a goal. We did have a goal in one of those late ones. It was Blackpool 1, Stevenage 2. So Stevenage have nicked that one at the very last minute. Let's have a quick look at that and just see how that transpired. So who's got that? Yeah, 45 minutes plus 10. It was a penalty for Stevenage. Reed scoring a penalty on 10 minutes into extra time for Stevenage. And that is just absolutely manic, isn't it? Yeah. But, hey, all goals count, don't they? So they'll be really annoyed at that when nothing happened since the 37th minute. And then it just goes, oh shit, where's that goal come from? So yeah, we're still half timing it here. Huddersfield 1, Leyton Orient 0, Plymouth 0, Barnsley 2, Blackpool 1, Stevenage 2, as we just said. Lincoln 0, Lincoln 1, Reading 0, Bradford 2, Wickham 0. A little bit of a shock there. Thought Wickham might be able to do something with that. Wigan 2, Northampton 0. Rotherham 2, Port Vale 0, and we're doing a lot better than what I thought we would, surprisingly and happily. Doncaster 0, Exeter 0. I thought that might be a little bit even. I thought Doncaster might just have the edge with the summer signings. Not quite yet. Burton Albion 1, Mansfield 0. Let's have a look at the next set of games as we go into League 2. Accrington 0, Gillingham 0 is half. All these should be half times. Barnet 0, Fleetwood 1. As long as I don't start any of them. Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate 0, Cambridge 0, Cheltenham 0, Chesterfield 1, Barrow 0, Colchester 0, Tranmere 1, Grimsby 2, Crawley 0, Milton Keynes 0, Oldham 0. Again, the Newport County game, I've no idea what's going on there. There's it was planned for 3 o'clock. All of the statements are 3 o'clock, and it has kicked off. It's just kicked off. So the Newport game has only just kicked off 4 o'clock. So it's kicked off at 4 o'clock. So that's strange. I wasn't told it was 4 o'clock, but hey, it is anyway. So it's Newport 0, Notts County 0. Salford City 1, Crewe 3. You know, it looked a lot more even than that until they suddenly slotted in another 2. We might have to keep an eye on that one. Shrewsbury Town, especially seeing as we've got Connor here. Walsall, 10-man Walsall 1, Swindon 0. And at the minute, it's a couple of 2-0s. There's a couple of 2-0s hanging around the different divisions. The only games with more than one goal in League 2 is the Salford game and Grimsby game. The others are sort of tentatively trying to just hold back. Mind you, the Salford City boss was on there and he says, you know, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going to be holding back. You know, let's just try and win every game. Yeah, sometimes I'll fail. Sometimes I'll succeed. Let's see where it is in the second half. So we're waiting for the first games to kick off in the second half. Thank you for subscribing. We'll keep on here because it's the first. I mean, we've got to cover the first week, haven't we? We've got to cover the first week. We do a fair few prediction videos. I'm not quite sure whether I'm up enough to do League 2. But maybe we can. I'd have to take into account everybody else's fans' thoughts, really. I know certain sides have a history of changing managers, like Sox, like Gillingham. But we'll probably have a go at League 2. To be quite honest, it's League One and League Two are very similar in the fact that they're very much leagues that don't usually spend. You don't usually get one club spending tons of money like Birmingham did last year, and like Wrexham did all the way through the past 3 years. So it tends to be a little bit more even. And Wigan have kicked off, and Wigan have gone 3-0 up, straight from the kick-off. How about that? Wigan have managed to just go straight into the box, and it's Wigan 3, Northampton 0. How on earth did that happen?
Two of which we're fully aware of, Ben Wayne and
so that will put that one. That is ridiculous, isn't it? Fancy that. Let's have a look at it. So Wigan have scored 3. Let's who start. It's within. It's on 45 minutes as well. Yeah, we're not telling you who scored it. 46 minutes. Wigan Athletic. Oh, it's a Murray shot on 46 minutes, and then straight away the substitution by Northampton. So that's a strange one. In fact, 2 substitutions by Northampton and a goal by Wigan, all in 1 minute. That was a bit strange, isn't it? So yeah, that's an odd coincidence there.
Has a good first impact in the opening minute. His game driving forwards, brought down by Liam Kelly, and does well to win a free kick in a good crossing position. We say good crossing position.
It seems like everyone's got the same picture.
Right, so we have Rotherham on the
Well, I think it's Shipley, but I could be wrong.
Right, okay.
On
so
commentary.
For him, where
So
are
a
you?
quick look elsewhere.
Well,
I will say we have started at Newport. I can pull that one up there. We'll pull up the Salford game on there.
Anyway, it's going to be fun show, Ojo.
Salford's still half time.
Can't see Shipley anywhere, so I think you're right. But anyway.
The Connor Thomas third goal for Crewe, 45 minutes plus 4. So it's always a bit awful, isn't it, when you let a goal in so late in the game. I remember Rotherham being ahead against Norwich City 3-0, 3-1 I think it was. 90th minute, 3-1 up. We lost the game 4-3. No kidding. And you cannot imagine the fans' frustration away from home. 3-1 up. 90 minutes. And we've got this. We're winning. We're going to win it. 3-1, 3-2, 3-3, 4-3. Shit. And absolutely 7 minutes, they scored 3 goals. It must be one of the quickest 3 goals in the Championship. It has to be.
He said opening day of the season they faced Port Vale at home, beaten 7-0. One season. He said they had 8 shots, 7 of them went in. Here's the shot.
Cole Stockton took off at half time. So Cole Stockton came off and Jay Bird came on for Salford City. So that's been... Ben Woodburn scored the first goal for Salford. That was an own penalty. That was a penalty. And then own goal for Crewe's equaliser by Kadeem Harris. Kadeem Harris then scored.
He's probably got one more in him.
Hang on a minute, that doesn't make sense.
Stocksbridge Park Steels. Well, I know one player who a good transition from there, but for Matt Hamshaw,
that's an X.
You know, he played
there. Makes
there,
sense, that.
Caretaker at Derby, and it's a big step.
Oh, penalty missed. Salford missed a penalty. Salford missed a penalty on 5 minutes. Ben Woodburn. So yeah, that's wonder why the wait a minute, that doesn't add up. So Ben Woodburn missed a penalty on 5 minutes for Salford, followed by an own goal. For heaven's sake, followed by an own goal by Salford, giving a 1-0 lead to Crewe, and then Kadeem Harris then he got the equaliser. We've had the second goal there on 41 minutes, and third goal on 44 plus 45 plus 4, and at half time you got Jay Bird replacing Stockton, or just before.
Around 8 seconds. Now he's dropped the ball. But
so we are going forward now. We are going forward with some of these games. Let's see. So we've got Accrington is now started. 14. They're already on 50 minutes there. Still 0-0. Barnet are going. There's 51 minutes at Barnet. Barnet 0, Fleetwood 2. It's 52 minutes at Cambridge. 0-0. 52 minutes at Chesterfield 1-0. 51 minutes at Colchester 1-0 to Tranmere. 46 minutes at Grimsby, just started. Grimsby 2, Crawley 0. 51 minutes at Milton Keynes. 0-0. Newport County is now on 10 minutes. Salford City 49 minutes, so they've just about started there a few minutes ago. Shrewsbury Town still half time, not started again yet. Walsall 10-man Walsall 1-0 up against Swindon, 50 minutes, so nothing changing down there. In League 2, Wigan Athletic have scored from the kick-off. Wigan 3, Newport County 0. Rotherham 2, 10-man Port Vale 0. A shocker there. Plymouth have actually got a goal. Plymouth have got a. Can Plymouth get back into this one? It's Plymouth 1, Barnsley 2.
They've come out trying to do well.
And I think that's only just gone in as well, because it's literally the odds have just come back up. So it is in fact Plymouth 1, Barnsley 2.
It looked innocuous. In fact, it's Joe Deborah.
8-1 against Barnsley winning this one. It's 4-9 on for 8-1 against Plymouth winning this one. It's 4-9 on for Barnsley to win it, as Barnsley come down the middle with De Givney.
Deborah didn't bloody his own nose, did he? Somebody else did it for him.
Cross to Keeler Dunn on the left-hand side, back to Connell. Phillips now in the middle, back to Bland on the right-hand side. They're crossing it very slowly, trying to get this one across.
Control of his whole body, waved an arm about, caught it in the face. I think it's gone long. There's a strike from distance, and it's the first real
cross to Shepherd.
the game for Cameron Dawson. Does well.
Keeping it in midfield really well, Barnsley. Not rushing this one. Keeler done back into the middle third to Shepherd. They're just keeping this one really tight in midfield, Barnsley. Oh, lose it to Mumba. That's not a good player to lose it to. But Bland grabs it back for Barnsley. A little bit up forward and backwards, this, I think.
We'll take another look. I mean, Curtis, as a
Boateng for Plymouth.
He's a big lad. He gave Agber, who had a good first half, the shove there. It's really clever, good number 9 play, that, isn't it?
Yeah, really good from him. That's 3 good things he's already got involved in. And I couldn't even tell you 3 times that Stockley maybe touched the ball in the first half. I think Stockley put that good cross in, yeah. He put the good cross in for Ben Wayne, but that was about it. But Ronan Curtis has come on.
So we got Powson for Plymouth.
To what we're used to seeing him play. I thought maybe we'd have seen Tolaj go a little bit further inwards, because he's a big lad as well. He's the number 10 for Vale. But I think we're probably
going across to the left for Plymouth, down with Ibrahim.
It's been a bad start to the second half for the visitors.
No, they've done really well. You can see the fans there behind the goal, those Vale fans, just invested in it. They're attacking their fans.
Plymouth cross it in, and Barnsley kick it out on the right-hand side for a throw-in. Goes short. Galway, Sorinola crossing it in. Vickers tries kicking it out, miskicks it, gives it to Patterson of all the people. Keeler Dunn rescues it for Barnsley, kicks it out, but only as far as Palton. Plymouth now really pushing, but Barnsley managing to hold on, and it really is hold on as well, as I tell you. Barnsley are throwing in their own half. So at the minute, let's have a look. Mansfield are losing 2-0, and Mansfield are not looking very good here. It's Mansfield now 2-0 down. Burton Albion 2, Mansfield 0. Blackpool 1, Stevenage 2. Bradford are, I'd say, still 2-0. Bradford still 2-0. Doncaster 0-0. Yep. Huddersfield still 1-0 up. Reading are still 1-0 down. Plymouth obviously 1-2 now. We're getting that goal back against Barnsley. But Barnsley just about holding on to that one, I would say. Not massively holding on to it, but just about. Wigan 3, Northampton 0. And of course, my team, Rotherham 2, Port Vale 0. So make sure we've got all that in there. The edge of the box. I'll see what the so the only movement we've got in League One is Stevenage. And as we say that, oh, it's another goal for Stevenage, and Stevenage go 3-1 up. And yeah, we'll go to that in a second. Let's just put it on here, because we didn't think that Stevenage would be beating Blackpool, and certainly not in such a decent style. Blackpool made some really good signings. They just don't seem to be gelling. The stats say, Blackpool 3 shots, 1 on target, 1 in the net. Stevenage 6 on target, 6 shots, 4 on target, 3 in the net. Wow, what amazing turnaround ratio. And Stevenage only have 45% of play. So it's quite an interesting mix, that one.
I think they'll know they're in for a tough season.
Doncaster still 0-0. Burton Albion 2, Mansfield 0. Wickham, Bradford City 2, Wickham Wanderers 0 is probably the other one that's a strange one. We didn't know what Bradford would do coming up from League 2. They made a few good signings. People were still saying though that they're going to go down. They're going to go down. Doesn't look like it.
And Rotherham need to wake up, don't they? Huggle there controls it. He goes backwards now. Joe Powell, probably the best player the first half.
Rotherham apparently are not playing well in the second half. This is a surprise, isn't it?
Anyway, the ball breaks to Mitch Clark.
Let's have a look at the odds on that, because if Rotherham aren't playing as good in the second half, what have I done? I've gone and put League 2 on the top line. The odds are still 80-1 on for Rotherham, even though the people here are saying that Rotherham have started playing rather poorly. So we go into League 2. Let's have a go through League 2. We're on 57-8-9 minutes here. Accrington Stanley, we'll have a quick look at Accrington 0, Gillingham 0, and Accrington are edging this one, but only just. It's 4 shots to both of them. Neither of them have got one on target though. This is a defensive game from both of them. You know when you get a 0-0 game, when you get this air that neither of them want to lose. So neither of them want to. They all want to put everybody in defence, and it looks like they're both. Accrington have put 10 men in defence. Gillingham put 10 men in defence. And never the twain. It really does look like it. Occasional break, occasional shot from distance, but that's about it.
Then picked up left hand side. Connor Hall's done
At
well.
the minute, that looks like a 0-0 game.
Really well biased. And
I'll probably put the blighters on that, haven't I? It's Barnet 0, Fleetwood 2. Let's have a look at Barnet and Fleetwood.
The edge of the area, they got a loaded box up, and they played around the back here. Clark in, he puts the ball across. Oh, it's a brilliant goal! Oh, Connor Hall there, the far post. That is great. They've deserved that. And
It's now Rotherham 2.
11 against 11. They always say 2-0.
Port Vale 1. Let's just change that one.
And I love that as well. They've got exactly what they've deserved for this half.
Yeah, fantastic. And I tell you what, we were just talking about Port Vale playing with a free spirit as if they don't have a man down. Well, that goes into the
Rotherham letting one in there. 10 shots to Barnet, 4 on target, none in the goal. So, that's the problem here. 5 shots to Fleetwood, 3 on target, 2 in the net. That is the only difference here. 36% possession to Fleetwood. When they shoot, their scoring percentage, the conversion percentage is a lot higher. They are doing a better job. Barnet need to convert more, they really do, as we get the Port Vale score on 61 minutes. So Port Vale now are only 2-1 down at Rotherham. The odds here are Barnet 22-1 against a win there. 10-1 on for Fleetwood Town, obviously. So it looks a little bit one-sided. Alfie May on his way. Rotherham would take a draw.
Because you go in at 2-0 and they've had a man sent off, and it's like we've won. The lads think that they've won.
You think Alfie May's on the way? If Alfie May's on the way, I'm putting a bet on top 10.
We cracked it, lads.
I can't see Alfie May coming.
Anyway, on the attack.
I think that we're going to be pushed. But Rotherham's performance in the second half, David, is not very good. By the sounds of it, we're listening to it here.
Thumped along, but that wasn't bad from him, was it? Clearly.
And according to even the commentators here say Port Vale deserved that goal. They've been the better side in the second half. So let's just see. I think that it's going to be. I hope you're right.
So yeah, I think it's one of the most difficult team talks. You go in and it's almost too easy.
I'm keeping that until we know who the second striker really is.
Try and pretend second half you haven't scored and that you're not against 10.
He did say yesterday, the Rotherham manager, that Matty, that we were going to possibly get a second striker. Definitely one, possibly two. Let's see if we do.
And we're going to get back in this game. And it's all fire and brimstone, and are we ready for it, lads? And yeah, they are.
So as we go down, it's Bristol Rovers 0. We're in League 2 at the minute. Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate 0 as we listen to the Rotherham game.
But again, they're getting forward. They're really committed, aren't they?
Cambridge 0, Cambridge 1, Cheltenham 0. This one I thought might be a little bit more of an even game. It's turning out to be a lot more Cambridge orientated. Only 54% possession to Cambridge, but 11 shots, 2 on target, 1 in the net. Cheltenham Town, 4 on target, 4 shots, 1 on target. Cheltenham are just holding the ball in midfield and defence, not actually doing a hell of a lot with it. Whereas Cambridge, when they get it, which is 54% of the time, they're actually doing a lot with it. So Cambridge for me, just a fair bit on top, actually, not just on top. They are a fair bit on top. Does look like Cambridge will win that one. Our friends at Chesterfield, as Barrow shoots and it's kicked, it's saved and kicked and wellied out as far as they can get it. Chesterfield nearly went. Oh, they give it away again. Chesterfield in their own half. Cameron for Barrow, and Barrow are doing a Port Vale. They're coming back in the second half. They really are. And they go across Mahoney, shot off target. Defender wellies it back out. Mr. Gordon, don't cross Pass it across the goal, you idiot. Hemming, flaming heck. Chesterfield are doing Harry Kerry, I think. That's not the right way to do it.
They're not the most heinous of errors.
66% possession to Chesterfield, but only it's 5 shots, 2 on target, 1 in the net. Barrow are doing a lot more with it. 34%, 3 shots, 1 on target. They are actually having a much better second half, Barrow as well. So, if I was going to say there's going to be a goal there, at the minute I'd be saying Barrow. Colchester 0, Tranmere 1. Grimsby 2, Crawley 0, Milton Keynes 0, Oldham 0, Newport 0, Notts County 0. 23 minutes on the clock there. Don't know what happened there, but it started an hour late. Shrewsbury 0, Bromley 0, and Walsall 1. Swindon 0. Swindon don't seem to be able to do anything here. The Walsall are on 10 men, and it's just not.
Probably their best player, apart from Nombe, who of course had the 2 vital moments and was brilliant. I think Joe Powell was really good in that.
73% Swindon Town. 73%. It's just not going their way. 10 shots to Swindon, 2 on target, none in the net. Walsall, 27% possession. Rotherham's had this a few years ago. 4 shots, 3 on target, 1 in the net. I mean, what on earth is this game? It's an absolutely topsy-turvy game, this. 10-man Walsall doing a sterling job there. We'll go into Connor's game. The Salford 1, Crewe 3. Let's just look at the stats, see whether anything's changed in the second half. And it's carrying on the same way as it did in the first. 7 shots to Salford City, 3 on target, 1 in the net. Crewe Alexander, 18 shots at target, 8 on target, and 3 in the net. They're doing really well. The XG for Crewe is 2.2. The XG for Salford is 1.5. So it's Crewe have carried on in the second half as they did in the first half. They really are pushing forward quite well. Having said that, Salford City have got the ball across. Crossed it from the right-hand corner. It goes straight to the goalkeeper to gather for Crewe.
A little bit quiet. Hopefully he can bed in as the weeks progress. Clearly, he's shown in training that he's got a touch. He's on the books at Man United. He's not going to be rubbish, is he? But do you know what? It's a grown man's game at this level, and
you're waiting for Crewe to kick the ball out for Crewe Alexander. They've got a goal kick.
These guys, they're doing it for a living. It's not
the game that we're listening to, if anybody's interested, is the Rotherham game. It's Rotherham 2, Port Vale 1. As Crewe welly it long. Billington passes it forward. Ayana kicks it back. Billington kicks it back in, and Ayana gets it again. And Ayana now in that defence, just trying to keep the ball now because he's already lost it once. Can he keep it this time? He passes it, loses it. Crewe have a throw in, and it immediately goes out, and it's a Salford City throw in. So they won't complain. Salford City throwing in their own half on the left hand side. I'd probably
quite right. They've made the changes. Didn't need an ejection.
Let's see, David, how long we can go without losing. We don't need to lose this one. We really don't. Yellow card for Salford. Yellow card for Salford. That was a close one. They were actually saying that could have been red. They were actually saying that could have been red here. And got away with that, Salford, I think.
Rotherham 2, Port Vale 1. It's going to be Kieran now to take us through to full time.
Yeah, thank you very much, John. Rotherham with the ball in hand for
Salford cross it to the far right, but it goes out, not caught at all. Well there by Salford. Osterfield there, really good interception from Salford, but he doesn't manage to pass it to a Salford player, pass it to a Crewe player who cross it from the left mid to the far right, final third, right by the line. Couldn't quite control it, the Crewe player. Taps it as well as he can before falling away, and it comes back to Crewe Alexander. Billington gets a couple of 1-2, back into Connolly, back to Crewe. They lose it to Salford, but Salford give it straight back to Billington. They need to keep the ball longer. Crewe cross it in, stroke attack there, stroke shot, and it gets gathered by the Salford keeper. Let's just go on here to see if there's anything else in the other games. Keep an eye on the Salford game there, as it's Blackpool 1, Blackpool 1, Stevenage 3. I was watching Grant for Salford there try and burst through the middle with Ayana, trying to do a 1-2, but Crewe nick that one out as soon as they can. Blackpool 1, Salford 3. It's Bradford 2-0 up against Wickham. It's Burton 2, Mansfield 0, Doncaster 0, Exeter 0 as Salford intercept that one at the back end. Huddersfield 2. Huddersfield has scored a second, so Huddersfield now looking nice and safe. Huddersfield 2, Leyton Orient 0, and Leyton Orient have actually been playing really well. It's actually for me, Huddersfield haven't been a 2-0 side. That hasn't actually been a 2-0 game. Leyton Orient, if you're a Leyton Orient supporter, they've actually been playing really well. Lincoln City 2, Reading 0. So that's another goal there for Lincoln City. And again, this is another one of those strange ones. Lincoln City are now 2-0 up against Reading, and Reading are actually playing really well. Reading have been outstanding. It's just that they're not doing anything with it. And that's a shame, because they actually have been doing well. Substitution here for Salford City. Salford 1, Crewe 3. Where were we up to? Plymouth 1, Barnsley 2. Plymouth coming back there to get us a first goal, and actually Plymouth are starting to look like they might nick a draw. They may nick a draw here. Barnsley started on the front foot really well, playing great. In fact, it's a little bit like the Rotherham game. Barnsley 2-0 up, doing well, and then they've started to step back and let Barnsley let Plymouth in a little bit too early. Salford get it into the final third, but they lose it. Crewe race through the middle, straight to the side. Marsh has a shot, and it's saved on the line. And Crewe counter-attack there against Salford. That was bloody dangerous. I think it's a corner to Crewe Alexander. That was a really dangerous straight through the Salford midfield and defence. Absolutely brilliant run. But not if you're a Salford fan. That's the Barnsley game, and of course Rotherham very much similar. 2-0 in the lead, pulled back, don't look like they're doing so well, and then it suddenly dies a death. Comes in Oluwu for Salford City, clears that one straight away. Wigan Athletic, we saw the goal within a minute of the start. Wigan Athletic went from 2-1 up, 2-0 up to 3-0 up. So in fact, Northampton Town, fraudulent slip there, wasn't it? It's actually we've actually had another goal, and it is in that very game. So it's now Wigan 3, Northampton 1. Can they come back? Can Northampton come back? Let's have a quick look at that one, shall we? We'll look at the Northampton game. Grimsby 3, Crawley 0.
Port Vale Halls at the back.
Swindon Town are still 1-0 down. How on earth are they doing that? There's been another red card in League One. I've just saw that at the last minute. Wigan 3, Northampton 1. Forbes header for Northampton. Look, the stats have started to come back to about even. So Northampton are starting to keep the ball in the second half. 14 shots to Wigan, 6 on target, 3 in the net. Northampton, 5 shots, 1 on target, 1 in the net. Hey, it doesn't matter, does it? But Northampton are starting to pull this one back. They're starting to get more possession. They're starting to keep the ball and not just keep possession and one person just running around keeping hold of it in defence, but actually passing it and keeping hold of it. And as we say that, they lose it to Francois. And then Francois loses it to Northampton, kicks it into the Wigan half. Oh, Murray for Wigan managed to get that one and tries to build from the back. Northampton try and nick it from him by fouling him, and it's a foul, a yellow card for Northampton.
You know, when you're 0-0, the game was there to be won or lost.
At the minute,
the fact that you fight back,
and poor old Barnsley. It's
good for you and
it's
all that,
Plymouth 1, 10-man Barnsley 2. This could be the turning point. Plymouth had started playing well. Plymouth had started to play well, and just as they start to play well, I'm trying to find the.
Left-hand side.
Not telling me who the red card was for. Let's have a look on here. It'll tell me on here.
Benson again. He's going to cut onto his right foot. Thought about a deep ball into the penalty area. Didn't go for it. Yearwood's been caught out.
It must be one of. It must be somebody on the bench.
Well, he's already been booked.
He has already been
red card for Rotherham.
Making sure it was the number 3. Well. This game's had a bit of everything. There's a second red card. It was Jules. I'm not sure what he's thinking.
Zach Jules has been red carded for Rotherham. I'm not looking to. Yeah, it must be a red card for one of the Barnsley. It must be for one of the Barnsley bench.
Listen, genuinely, all
who's got the red card?
All he's got to do is run straight. He runs right across his back legs.
I want to see who's got the red card. If anybody can find out who's got the red card for Barnsley, that would be. Oh, it's Jack Shepherd.
See how stupid that was.
Jack Shepherd. So Jack Shepherd for a second yellow.
This is a masterclass of how not to from Rotherham. How not to play against 10 men. You know.
Go down to 10 men is a bloody good lesson, isn't it? So yeah, Shepherd has been red carded for a second yellow for Barnsley.
Zach Jules there, you know, he gets a second yellow and grossly stupid challenge. Yeah, he's in behind, but he's below the halfway line. All he's got to do, and they're not going to get away from him. All he's got to do is run straight. And he'll catch up to the ball, and he'll catch up to his marker.
10-man Rotherham 2, 10-man Port Vale 1, 10-man Walsall 1, Swindon 0, Plymouth 1, 10-man Barnsley 2. There's so many red cards here. Any of the hang on, Burton Mansfield. It's Burton 1, Burton 2, Mansfield 1. Can Mansfield come back? Mansfield absolutely out of it in the first half. Absolutely out of it. And we suddenly get Zach Jules, 77 minutes, red card for Rotherham. So Mansfield are trying to fight back. Mansfield haven't been so good. In fact, I would say they've been pretty pants in the first half. Second half, not really great. Huddersfield coming back, 2-0 up from 1-0 up, pushing it, just keep on gently working away. They're not massively ahead. Look, Leyton Orient have been playing really, really well. The 2-0 result here at Huddersfield, to me, is completely the opposite to the way the game's been going. If we look at the Burton versus Mansfield game now, let's see who scored.
Yeah, I believe he was only brought in yesterday.
Don't know who's scored yet. Oh, they've had 5. Oh, Cargill scored for Mansfield. 5 substitutions have happened in the second half for Mansfield. 2 for Burton Albion. Let's see if those 5 substitutions have turned the game around for Mansfield. Do seem to be playing a little bit better. Let's just look at the Rotherham are now making a substitution. Obviously, red card. Let's change things round. So Zach Jules is off, red carded. Dan Gore has been taken off. Hall's been taken off, and Liam Kelly's been taken off, and Sam Nombe's been taken off. That's interesting. How many minutes are we on? 8. Yeah. So we've just taken. Oh, and Huggill's been taken off. Our front line's been taken off completely. We've got Marta and Caletta on from Holland. We've got Yearwood on, Benson on, and Etete on. We've brought on 5 brand new players, 5 of our signings on immediately. I mean, I don't know if that's a good idea, Matty, but hell, if you're going to have a go, why not have a go with it?
They've got no real plans to keep hold of the
ouch.
Ball. Let Port Vale have it.
I'm fascinated by what's gone on. It's a good watch, this. You know,
I'm glad he thinks it is.
From a neutral point of view here, we kind of want Vale to get back in, don't we?
No, I don't want Port Vale to get back in. No, it's just local radio. Isn't that absolutely shocking?
Down, you know, the game was there to win it.
Chesterfield 1, Barrow 0. Chesterfield look like they might just have nicked that one, don't they? Cambridge 1, Cheltenham 0. Looks like that's going to stay like that at the minute. Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate 1. I did say I fancied Harrogate in that one. They have been doing some good work in pre-season. I think they only lost against Rotherham.
And they did just that.
Accrington 1, Gillingham 1. That's an interesting scoreline there.
That goes a long way.
It's MK Dons 0, Oldham Athletic 0.
Right hand side, Clark's starting to see a lot of the ball.
Grimsby 3, Crawley 0. Newport County 0-0. That's on 39 minutes, that one, guys. Not sure what on earth happened. If anybody knows what happened.
Back post, they make a mess of clearing it. It's Ojo at the back post, a big block in there. I believe it was Caletta, the substitute, getting the block. He initially had a bit of an air kick at the back post, which allowed that chance to happen. But what a ball in that was from George Barnes.
It's not looking like Rotherham are going to win this one. It really isn't looking like Rotherham's going to win this one. Salford, I was waiting for the Salford one. Salford City 1, Crew Alexander 3, 79 minutes.
He's that close to goal, though. It's just thinking maybe a ricochet, something, or squeeze the ball through.
Crew have made a substitution.
So close to goal there.
Tesgall on, Tommy O'Reilly off.
Thought there was. Well, Vale look more likely to go.
Probably because he's just got a yellow card, so that's probably why they've done that.
A goal to seal the deal. But it's been a cracking
it's a draw now, is 16-1 against.
The Vale fans will go home and they'll be feeling a bit better about themselves.
100-1 against Crew. 100-1 on for Crew Alexander to win it. And 50-1 against Salford City.
Yeah, Darren Moore, of course, quite a highly rated manager for boss of the
Not looking too good there.
Now the ball goes towards the right hand side. It's Caletta driving forward, some real pace and power as he tries to slip that ball through.
Quick look around all the Wigan 3, Northampton 1 coming back into Walsall. They've eventually capitulated. 10-man Walsall 1, Swindon 1. Yeah, they have managed to do 82 minutes, and they finally got that equaliser. And they've been so on top. We'll have a look at these figures, guys. 14 shots to Swindon, 4 on target, now 1 in the net. 74% possession. Walsall, 26% possession, 4 shots, 3 on target, 1 in the net. I mean, 26% possession. They rarely have the ball, but I tell you what, when they've got it, they try and get a shot away from it. And more often than not, it's on target. There's a clue in there to what they're doing. Amazing game.
Ball whipped in towards the back post isn't a bad one. Haul across the face of goal is well defended.
Barnet 0, Fleetwood 2, Accrington 1, Gillingham 1, Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate 1. Let's have a look at that one. I thought Harrogate might do quite well here. Bristol Rovers 60% play, 12 shots, 1 on target, none in the net. But it's another one of those games. 40% possession to Harrogate Town. 4 shots, 1 on target, 1 in the net.
Layback not quite precise enough. Another chance and a shot. And in the end, George Byers leaning back. We know where that ball goes. But they've been excellent, haven't they? You can't
Harrogate just took the chances. Harrogate just took their chances. That's all it is.
It might be awful.
Shrewsbury Town 0, Bromley 0. We'll have a little look at that game.
Next week, you'd be praising the game.
I tell you what though, a lot of the fans.
Shrewsbury Town now going down the left and throw in goes to Anderson for Shrewsbury Town. Shrewsbury Town now trying to work it from the back.
Well, I mean, it's one of them. I bet some fans quite like
Anderson, loses it. Bromley have a shot on target. Savage saves it on the line. I tell you what, that was a giveaway to Shrewsbury. Gave the ball to Bromley, and it was an absolute nightmare for the defence. They just gave it to the Bromley. Hey, have a shot, have a free shot at us. Fortunately for Shrewsbury, the goalkeeper is really good. And he kicks it straight out now to Boyle. Back to Savin. Tried kicking up the far right-hand side, but Bromley try kicking it back, but they miss-kick it, and it goes out for a really dangerous throw-in to Shrewsbury. Let's just stay for the Shrewsbury throw-in. Short to Perry. Perry now. Down into the far corner to Hoole. Hoole runs it in, crosses it. It's straight into the hands of the Bromley keeper. That was a nifty bit of play by Hoole, actually. So, let's just keep an eye on that player. He was absolutely. It was very tricky in that corner. I love a player that can get straight to the byline and then pull it back and work past 2 defenders straight through the middle. And he did play a really good bit of play there by the Shrewsbury guy there, Hoole.
But they certainly do a lot of that focusing on individual skills.
It's Kilmarnock 2, Livingston 2. 10-man Kilmarnock.
They tended to be
87 minutes. If you're Scottish, a Haidenu. It's still Salford 1, Crew 3, I'm afraid. But I tell you what, at the minute, I think I think Salford just don't want to be letting any more in. Crew are on top. It's a shame because the first 2 goals in this, and Salford were actually holding their own quite nicely, even though the figures looked like it was heavily Crew. It actually wasn't. Salford there, Newport County 0, Notts County 0. That's now egging towards half time. It's 45 minutes and 52 seconds. Grimsby 3, Crawley 0. Colchester 1, Tranmere 1. Chesterfield still 1-0 up. Let's have a look at our friends down the road in Chesterfield. Or up the road from where I am. It's almost 50-50. Both teams have had 6 shots. Chesterfield have had 2 on target, 1 in the net. Barrow had 1 on target, none in the net. 66% possession though for Chesterfield. So they're holding the ball, they're keeping the ball, but they're not getting it that much more into the final third. So realistically, they just need to be. They get into the opposition's half, and then they stop. So and pass it back. So that's what's happening at the Chesterfield game.
Time running out for
I usually have a look at it. Chesterfield kick it, get it into halfway. Oh, they rescue it back from a Barrow player. And Dunkley can try and push his way through. It's 90 minutes here. Injury time. 5 minutes injury time at Chesterfield. They got 5 minutes now to hold on to this onto that 1-0 lead.
To Port Vale, 89 minutes on the clock.
Well, that player's still down.
89 minutes at Rotherham.
He's only just picked himself up, but well, here are Vale. It slides in.
It's Wigan still 3-1 up. Rotherham still 2-1 up.
Was he being pulled back there when he tried to get that shot in?
It's weird. It's all going on. Rhys James was down. Saw the ball came towards him, flew into another challenge. It was a poor challenge. I'll break off for the moment. His whole takes a really nice first touch, falls to Curtis. He goes down in the area claiming for something.
Rotherham kick it out. Only as far as Deborah. Humphreys Grant now for Port Vale in the middle. They go to Byers in the middle. Byers now tries to kick it to far. Oh, Martin nicks it, but he loses it. And he goes across Crossdale. Crossdale, he can shoot. Can this go? Oh, no, don't give me the extra time, you stupid. Coletta takes it off him right on in the middle of the box. And Port Vale nearly equalise in the last... well, what is it? The last 6-7 minutes. They nearly... Ojo now. Bloody coming through. Ojo, Port Vale are really pushing now. Ojo to Deborah. Deborah pushes it in. James grabs it on that. Doesn't go out. We thought it did. But Rhys James grabs it on the far left-hand side.
Yeah, it's like...
and Rotherham are really, really cutting this one close. It's Rotherham 2, Port Vale 1. Rhys James got it in the corner, managed to keep it in, but then got clattered into. And Rotherham's Rhys James is now just getting some attention.
The fans now screaming at him. They think he's time. He's not. He's properly injured. You know what I mean?
But I don't have sympathy for him, because if you're injured, stay down. He has instantly got up and flown into another challenge, which makes it look like he's fine.
Yeah, but he's not, is he? We know he's not. It's not like he's going to roll off the pitch, is he, at this point? But anyway...
he's right near the edge, Rhys James, and it's like he could roll off, injured, but he's just sitting there on the pitch, because obviously we're 2-1 up, 7 minutes extra time. We just want to leave it, let things calm down a bit at least. It's still well on this game here. 88 minutes at Salford. Salford 1 and Crewe 3. Does seem to have calmed down a little bit here.
Approaching that second minute, but like John mentioned, got around 30-40 seconds of the ball not really being in play. Rhys James is off the pitch now, so this long throw-in can be allowed to be taken.
Oh, Rafferty nicks it from the Port Vale striker at the very last second. It gets kicked out to throw in on the left-hand side for Port Vale. Long throw. This could be a long throw right into the box. But we've got a couple of tall players, and Atete is one of them, who manages to get above the Port Vale striker, nods it out, but only as far as Curtis. Curtis has a shot and it's off target, and it bounces out. Only as far as Talage. Talage has a shot and that hits the woodwork, and that's off. And they nearly equalised. And Port Vale are attacking like mad. It's 92 minutes and 58 seconds. And the goalkeeper kicks it out. And again he bloody fluffs it. The Rotherham goalkeeper fluffs it. It goes straight to Hall. Hall's a shot and it's again off target. Oh, wow. This is just an horrendous goalkeeping then. He kicks it out, only straight to Hall for Port Vale, and what a nightmare of a game that would have been had he let that one, had he given it to him and gone in the net. Atet gets it in the Port Vale half, but loses it straight away to Byers, kicks it to Hall. I hate this guy Hall, he's really good, isn't he? Reece James now kicks it forward, but only as far as Hall again. Where is this Hall coming from? Deborah to Byers. We've got another 3 minutes here. 90 minutes plus 3 remaining. 3 more minutes at Salford City. Still 3-1 to Crewe. Benson now trying to keep the ball. Tries crossing it to the far left, but Port Vale tap it out. And he's got a throw in now to Rotherham. Substitution now from Port Vale. 94 minutes. We've got 3 minutes left. What would you do as a Rotherham fan? David, if you're on, what would you do with 3 minutes left? 2-1 up. We've got a throw in here. Do we keep it short? Do we cross it all the way in? What do we do? Do we give it a really big throw? We do it short. Backwards. Forwards a little bit to Atet. Atet tries getting into the corner, but Crossdale takes it off him. But Powell kicks it out, trying to keep it in, but and give it to Atet. But it doesn't manage it. And it goes for a throw in to Port Vale. With another substitution for Port Vale. 2 minutes left at Rotherham. 1 minute left at Salford City.
These balls are just going to be flying into the penalty area. It's another one. He's probably going to be one of the biggest players on the pitch, so it's not negative in that sense.
Byers now for Port Vale, and it gets kicked out again by a midfielder from Rotherham. Powell again, actually. Port Vale gives it in. Byers. Powell tries tackling him, but doesn't manage to get his foot in properly. Hennigan for Port Vale, going down the right hand side, but Rotherham kicks it off the Port Vale player, and it goes out for a Rotherham throw-in, with which literally almost 1 minute and 10 seconds left at Rotherham United. And we lose it in midfield to Ojo and Benson, and Ojo again, and they're going down the right hand side, and this is not good play from Rotherham. Poor play. Powell through the middle to Benson. Benson now tries through ball, but Crossdale managed to nick that one out before Powell could get that one down the playing. Powell looks like he's playing down the left wing. He's certainly seen right on, hugging that left line all the way down.
Given offside. I thought the referee gave a free kick, and the linesman's put his flag up for the intended pass from Benson.
Rotherham lose it in their own half. Curtis, Byers pushes it forward to Hall, but Rafferty kicks it out. Back to Hall, Rafferty, Ojo, shot by Curtis, off target, and they nearly score again. This is absolutely ridiculous.
And he should have laid it off. I tell you what, he done brilliantly to hold that ball up, but then he went for a special acrobatic finish.
It's absolutely insane. We have got Salford City should be finishing any second now.
I sort of don't blame him. You'd think I'm going to spin, turn, get my shot away. I mean, he didn't know that shot was destined to be wide, did he? Because he can't have known where the goal was. But just think,
well, is it? I'll tell you what, he's closer than you think.
If he lays the ball off, maybe they don't get shot away. I sort of understand that, even though
Dawson kicks it as long as he can get. It's literally 90. It's an extra 30 seconds already. Ojo now for Port Vale, taps it back to Marusi, forward to Ojo. Ojo keeps the ball, runs across halfway line now, runs across, passes it back to Crossdale. Crossdale into Talaji. Talaj in the corner, goes into the right hand corner, tries to cross it. He can't get in. He passes it back to Ojo instead. Ojo now with 1 minute of extra time over the extra time played. Crosses it. Curtis. Jesus Christ, misses that one. Mataj. Mataj managed to pass it straight out the far side as we've got full time at Salford City. Salford 1, Crewe Alexander 3. So Salford City lose their first game of the season. Comes in, Hennigan has a shot off target and another shot for Port Vale, and it's finished. Rotherham 2, Port Vale 1, and that has been a nightmare of a game. Let's have a look at Blackpool game. Huddersfield has scored another one, and Stevenage have scored another two. Let's just go through the results here, because I'm losing it here. It's Blackpool 2. It's Blackpool 2. Stevenage 3, with still playing there, 92 minutes. It's Bradford 2, Wickham 1. So Wickham getting that goal back, but they did lose. It's Blackpool who have won that one. And Burton Albion have won. Burton 2, Mansfield 1. Doncaster 1, Exeter 0. So Doncaster managed to scrape that one. Leighton Orient lost at Huddersfield 3-0. So it's in fact that's still playing 95.5 minutes. Huddersfield 3, Leighton Orient 0. Lincoln City. Lincoln City. Where's Lincoln City gone? I'll have to look at that one on this one. It's a good job we get two things. Lincoln City 2, Reading 0. Plymouth 1, Barnsley 3. So Barnsley have got that goal just to keep them away, because Plymouth were actually looking like they were going to... Because 10-man Barnsley as well. So Plymouth 1, 10-man Barnsley 3. They actually got stronger when they... went down to 10 men. Yeah, so and then it's the other game is the Wigan game, which is Wigan 3, Northampton 1. So that's those games. There's only 2 games going at the minute. Huddersfield 3, Leighton Orient 0. Barnsley 1, Barnsley 3-1 up away at Plymouth Argyle. 9 minutes extra time in both of those games at the minute. So really hammering that one. So we're going to go into League 2. We're going to go through the scores in League 2. And then we're going to thank you all for joining and for subscribing. Thank you very much. Just past that so you can get all the up-to-date scores. So, let's have a look which way we're going to do this one. Stop. Accrington 1, Gillingham 1, Barnet 0, Fleetwood 2. Still playing at Bristol Rovers, and it's Bristol Rovers 0, Harrogate 1. To me, that's probably a fair score for that game. Harrogate, just for me, doing more with the ball when they've got it. And that's as simple as it is. Cambridge 1, Cheltenham 0, Chesterfield 1, Barrow 0, Colchester 1, Tranmere 1, Grimsby 3, Crawley 0, and people are looking at Grimsby and thinking this team could be scoring quite a lot, and it does look like it may very well be. Milton Keynes Dons. Now the pundits were saying that Dons were favourites here. Dons 0, Oldham 0. That's a shocker for me. Why did you? Certainly not one that was expected. It's half time at Newport for some strange reason. They're an hour behind. Newport 0, Notts County 0, Salford 1, Crewe Alexandra 3, Shrewsbury Town 0, Bromley 0, and Walsall 2, Swindon 1. Now, what we would usually do here on any other game, what we would do is we would go through the tables. Absolutely no reason to really do that, is there? We have in first place Huddersfield. Huddersfield are first in League One. Second are Barnsley. Third are Wigan. Fourth are Lincoln. Fifth, Stevenage. Sixth, Bradford. 7th, Burton. 8th, Cardiff. And 9th, Rotherham. And 10th, Doncaster. And 11th, Luton. Luton Town, 11th in the league. Wow. We better take a shot at that one, I think. in relegation place so far on -2, -2, -2 and -3. We have Northampton, Plymouth, Reading and Leyton Orient. So that's the scores on the doors. Let's say Stevenage there and Blackpool still playing. So we're going to leave it at that. Thank you for joining. Thank you for for the like and the subscribe, Connor. Thoroughly enjoyed doing it. You know, as long as people watch, even if it's only 1 or 2 people, we will do it. But like this lunchtime, you know, we got 1 or 2 people coming in and then immediately disappearing. If I don't get people in the box watching, and look, Roy will always come in where if he absolutely can, as long as he's not at work, which obviously is in the second half. So you know, while ever we get 1 or 2 people, we will carry on doing it. You will see a couple of videos in the midweek, just like we usually do. We'll probably start to do a prediction video each week now that we've started to get a game in, and we know what the foundations are of each side. And we'll do that for the Championship, for League One. We may see one for League Two. I will be needing to chat to a few other people and try and get their thoughts on the different sides. So maybe we'll have a prediction video for League Two. Well, who knows? I think we might do. Leave you with the thought that you know, it is the first game. People don't really know what with the way they're playing yet, and they're going to be tweaking it, aren't they, as they get through certainly the first 5 or 6 games. David Chamberlain, interesting. Alfie May on his way. That would certainly be an interesting one. I mean, he was going to be Rotherham's first £1 million player bought, wasn't he? And then Sheffield Wednesday jumped in and he absolutely did dreadful at Sheffield Wednesday, didn't he? Absolutely awful. I think he scored 1. And then got like sold on because he was crap. Let's see. Yeah, I think we have played okay. You know, we definitely got worse towards the second half, didn't we? Our other friend Connor, yeah, Salford played really. I thought they played quite well at first. But that defence was dreadful just shortly after 1-1, Salford just seemed to collapse, and it's strange because the manager was on yesterday, I think it was, or the day before, on Talk Sport, and he was saying that their energy levels and their fitness levels were second to none in that league, and they just seem to have died off. They just seem to have got a lot less energy as the game went on. So, yeah, hopefully he'll be able to attack that for supporters like Connor. And, yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And we'll see you next week. We'll be watching as many as we can, listening to them like this, and trying to keep up with the different scores. So I want to try and do as many of those the EFL three EFL leagues as we can. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. From John S.'s Sports Channel, it's over and out. Please do remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again in the next video. Thank you very much.